Well, hello there. Welcome back to Essence of the Keys. Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to Essence of the Keys. Today I am working on, I started doing some knives. I've got two that I'm working on to get done before we go on a trip in a couple weeks. Well, I'm going to move the camera around and I'll show you what I'm working on. I got a couple of little projects that I've got to do before I can actually finish. A little something on the camera there. Is there something on there? Yeah. That's all nice and clean now. I've got a couple things. I'm going to move the camera around, show you what I'm doing. I've got to get these done before I can finish the knives. So let me move the camera around and I'll kind of explain what I've got going on and we'll go from there. So I made this the other day, yesterday actually. This is a tapering jig for grinding knives. It's a little bit taller than all the ones I've seen online, but I think it'll be all right. You set your knife on there. You set your knife on these screws here. They are perfectly level and flat, two different things I found out. But these adjust your angle. And I use a little clamp. So I clamp it on there, then I can go about doing my bevels. Problem is, this work surface is just too small. So what I've come up with is, I've got a piece of plate here that I've ground a thing in. So my plan is to drill some holes in the cast iron and thread it, and then take some machine screws. I've got some countersunk ones. These should be okay. That'll extend my work surface. So that's the first thing I want to do, and then hopefully I can get some. This one I've already started beveling. I've got it pretty much as far as I want to go before heat treat, and then there's this one that I started yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and drill the through holes before I heat treat, because I don't want it to get too hard. And then I'm going to work on these bevels just a little bit more, and then we'll throw them in the forge and do a quench on them. Okay, so I took the plate off, I've blued it up, got it marked out 1/2 inch up, 1/2 inch in on each side. So I'm going to find my punch, I'll tap these, and then I'll do a center drill, and then I'll drill it to size and then tap it out. And I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so let's see how we did here. Looks like we got these tapped, drilled and tapped okay. Looks like the screws are going in fine. So the next thing I want to do is take and mark my plate. If y'all haven't seen these, I think I showed these on the channel before. These are long nibbed, and this is exactly what they're good for, what they're designed for. Let's see, I think I'm in my place. So I just stick this in the holes that I drilled, and we'll see how we did. And there's our spots. So I'm going to go ahead and drill these out. I think I'm going to drill them slightly over, and then I will countersink them, and we'll see how that goes. I'll be right back. There you have it. I've got the holes. I drilled the cast iron for 1/4 20, drilled that oversized just to where that'll slide in, and then I sunk these. I'm going to have to take and dress these down a little bit. I don't ever plan on taking them out, but you know, I don't want to mess up the thing in case I do want to take them out. I did mess up the head right there. Thankfully, these are Robertson and Phillips, so I can still get in there with the Robertson. Then, yeah, the main thing is it's going to work with this. I should be able to do this no problem. I'll note on this that these are brass, and the guy I watched originally that made one like this, I thought, well, why do brass? Why not do steel or whatever? And he had a good point. You do this enough, and you will wear a dip or a trough in your bed here, if it's all steel. So these are brass, and I think it's going to work, although that's steel too. And I did square this up as best I could. This is not the best. One of these days I will get a new belt grinder. But anyway, so that's about all I'm going to do on this grinder today. I've got this knife and this knife that I'm working on. I'm going to try to get these drilled out. This one's already drilled out. I'm going to try to get this one drilled out and get it ready before I do a heat treat. I got this knife blank, the pattern. So I done a knife a couple of years ago that I kind of designed myself, and I can't find my model that I started on. I made one and gave it away, and then I started another one, but then I was perusing Amazon. This is the paper model of the other one that I did. I kind of like the size. It's just a real small EDC. So anyway, I was perusing Amazon as one does, and I come across this. It says it's Damascus. I have, it might be. I see layer lines, but I also know that a lot of stuff coming from overseas says it's Damascus, and then you look at it and it's really not. I've got another knife somewhere that said that I just got for the pattern as well. But anyway, I don't feel bad about ripping off this. I'm not making money on it. These are gifts. But that being said, there's only so many designs you can come up with for knives or practical knives. And this, to me, is a nice EDC. So I'm not making money on it. Although if somebody wanted to buy one, I would not say no to making one and selling it to them. But anyway, I'm going to quit rambling on. I'm going to get to working on these knives. I've got very little time to finish them, and I've got a long ways to go on them. So I'm going to get to working on these. I'll show you when they're done. I'll probably do just a real quick short video or something on them when they're done. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Do me a favor, if you're not subscribed, it doesn't cost anything. Click that subscribe button along with the notification bell. Leave a comment. All that stuff helps our channel to grow. We are so close to 500 right now, it's not even funny. Our goal is 1,000 by the end of the year. We can do it if you guys would just help me. And I really do appreciate you watching. YouTube analytics says that 90% of you folks watching aren't subscribed. So do me a favor. Smash the subscribe button, the like button, leave a comment, share this, all the stuff that everybody always asks. It doesn't cost anything, maybe a couple of seconds of your time. We'll see you in the next video. Y'all have a good day. All right, guys, as you can see, I've got the forge fired up. I'm up to temperature where I need to be with my knife. It's just past magnetic. From what I've seen, I need to give it about 15 minutes before I do the quench. I have been switching the knives back and forth in the flame just so they heat a little more evenly. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, as hot as these are getting and as long as they're going to be in there. But I am going to move these. I made a little rack here out of TIG wire to stand them up so they wouldn't lay flat. I think that's more of a pain in the ass than it is anything, so I don't think I'll use it again, but for now I will use it since I went ahead and made it. but to me it seemed like it would make it a little easier. I think I was mistaken. Anyway, got a few minutes to go. I'll be back. I have checked both knives to make sure they're both non-magnetic, so they are up to temperature. The one on the left, as you can see right there, it's not as bright. It's amazing how much just a little piece right there on this side is keeping this one from glowing as red, but they're both plenty hot. All right, it's time. Get some gloves on here, and we'll get to rocking and rolling. I think I'm going to put both of my welding gloves on because I've never done this. Oops, I just made a hell of a mess all over my driveway. I did not think that out very good. Alright, that's the first one done. Yeah, we're going to have to come up with something better than a bread pan, I'm afraid. Woo! That's some hot stuff there. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn this off. Pull these out. I don't know how that got so tight. Lay these on the sidewalk. Alright, I'm going to let everything cool down, and then I'm going to throw the knives into the oven at about 350 for an hour, and then I'll just let them cool to room temperature. Hopefully I didn't get any warps, but anyway, we'll see.